If you're a business owner, coach, course creator, or a digital product seller, and your sales have dropped dramatically this year, know that you aren't alone. In fact, I just got off a call with a client who told me that she used to make $30K per month, and now she's struggling to hit even $5K per month. Another client messaged me the other day saying that her webinar used to convert at 8%, and now it barely converts. And here's what nobody's talking about. It's not your offer, it's not your messaging, it's not even your audience, but the entire game has changed. We are in a trust recession. Your prospects are more skeptical than ever. People aren't just buying because you say you can help them anymore. They're evaluating harder. They're asking, but can this actually work for me? The old, trust me, I'm the expert, here's my coaching program or course. This model is dead. Right now, if you can't demonstrate value before the sale, your business will fail. And here's the thing, while other digital product sellers and course creators are actually struggling right now to hit 10K months, I've cracked the code on what does work now. And this system has generated me consistent 40K to 100K months in sales, not because I got lucky, not because I have a massive audience, but because I built a recession-proof sales system designed for this new reality. And by the end of this training, you're going to have the complete blueprint, the same system I use, the same system my top performing students use, a system that works even when ad costs have skyrocketed, organic reach is dying, and everyone is saying that online digital product business are dead. But let me be brutally honest. I'm sharing this method with you because it's worked for me and it's actually helped me build a solid system that consistently generates sales. But this isn't a guarantee that it's gonna work exactly the same for you, right? Success takes time and effort. So take what I'm sharing today, adapt it to your own business, and let's see how it works out for you. All right, so let's dive in. So you might be wondering, what is this so-called trust recession? All right, so let me explain what it actually is. Because once you understand this, everything else will make sense. So see, your prospects, they have been burned. Too many fake gurus, too many overpromised courses, too many experts who disappear after taking their money. I see this every single day. So somebody buys a $2,000 course, they get stuck, let's say on module 3, and then they never hear from the expert again. No support, no community, just silence. And then what happens? Well, that exact same customer becomes skeptical and they start questioning every single offer, including yours. Even if you're the real deal, even if you actually deliver results, they've been burned before, so they're hesitant to trust again. And here's what makes it worse. Economic uncertainty means people are 10 times more careful with their money right now. So in 2024, people were impulse buying $500 masterminds. In 2025, they're thinking twice about a $97 digital product. That's the reality. Plus, it doesn't help that everyone claims to be a coach. Everyone's launching a digital product or course, and everyone's an authority. So when your ideal clients scroll through Instagram and they see 47 people claiming that they can help them scale to 7 figures, well, then they start thinking, well, how do I know that this person is any different? So that's the trust recession. And if you don't adapt, you're going to struggle. But here's what's interesting. Some businesses are thriving right now. They're growing faster than ever. Why? Because they understand one simple truth. People need proof, not promises, before they will invest in you. So let me share something that happened to me not too long ago. So I have built multiple profitable Etsy shops, helping people sell digital products and print on demand. It's not just something I talk about, it's something that I've actually done. And so people were always excited to join my programs. So I really felt like I had cracked the code. Then, seemingly overnight, everything slowed down. The launches that used to feel effortless, well, suddenly they were a little bit more quiet. The audience that used to convert quickly, now they were much more hesitant. People who normally jumped in, they were suddenly saying, well, I just need to think a little bit more about it. And I really started questioning everything, my strategy, my messaging, and even myself. But here's what I eventually realized. So it wasn't my offer, it wasn't my marketing, and it wasn't even me. It was just that the market has changed. And it was the beginning of the trust recession. People aren't just buying because someone has lots of testimonials and results anymore, right? They need something deeper before they're willing to commit. So I was doing everything that the experts teach. Building my personal brand, running expensive ad, hosting weekly webinars and going live, sharing my big testimonials. But when the trust recession hit, all of that stopped working. Not just for me, but for everyone. So here's what I learned. You can't just tell people you can help them anymore. That just doesn't work. You have to prove it to them before they ever pay you. And once I shifted to earning trust upfront, everything changed again. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in today's video. Now, let's talk about why the old playbook is dead, because I guarantee you've been following strategies that worked in 2024. So let me break down the old model. Launch a course, run some ads, and make sales. Simple, right? So you'd create a course, spend about $500 on Facebook ads, and boom, sales would magically roll in. But here's the problem now. Ad costs have actually tripled since 2024, and conversion rates have dropped by 60%. So you're spending more to reach fewer people who are less likely to buy. So that math doesn't work anymore. And don't even get me started on the most overrated method every guru out there is preaching. Build your personal brand and sales will just follow. Trust me, this one kills me because yes, personal branding does matter. And I know this because I've been through the trenches, but I see so many entrepreneurs who spend 2 years of their lives building their personal brand on Instagram, posting every single day, getting engagement, building followers, and making $0. Because followers, well, let's face it, they don't pay bills, buyers do. And another thing that worked well in 2024 were webinars. But the truth is that webinar attendance is down 60% because people are just tired of sitting through 90-minute pitches. And discovery calls, well, most entrepreneurs are spending about 40 hours a month on calls that go nowhere with unqualified leads who just want to pick your brain. And this is not all. So you might have been told, well, just simply charge more, you're worth it. But in the trust recession, strangers aren't simply going to invest $10,000 or $5,000 in your program, no matter how much value you promise. Because if they don't know you yet, well, they simply don't trust you yet. It's really that simple. So what does work, you're probably wondering. So before I walk you through the full system, let's address a question I get a lot. So how do I actually get more sales for my digital products, courses, or coaching programs? And as somebody who has done the whole Instagram, TikTok grind, let me tell you, it's a lot. Constant posting, editing, trending audio, audience building, it works, but it takes a lot of time and energy and a VA team to sustain it. Most people simply just don't have that. So I started looking for something my community could use without needing to be influencers. And that's when I found Threads. I know, it sounds completely random, but Threads is one of the only platforms right now where people are actually looking for solutions and not just entertainment. And the best part is that you can start getting sales even with a teeny audience. So I have tested this using a completely new faceless digital product brand. So no name, no story, just a few followers. And I was able to generate 1,724 hours using an AI-assisted posting strategy rooted in sales psychology. So the method is simple. So you use AI to write posts designed to pique curiosity. Those posts lead people straight into a funnel and boom, sales without being pushy. And if you want to learn the step-by-step strategy, I break it all down inside the sales boosting traffic formula I created recently. So inside, you're gonna learn how to write high converting thread posts, how to build trust quickly, and how to turn attention into actual sales. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. All right, so now let's keep going. Here's what I realized when my old methods stopped working. The problem wasn't my offer and the problem wasn't my marketing. The problem was I was trying to skip the trust building phase. I realized it was like asking someone to marry me on the first date. It simply doesn't work, right? So I went back to the drawing board and I built what I now call the Trust Recession Survival System. So this is the exact system that took me from failed launches to consistent 40K to 100K months. And it's built on 3 core pillars. So pillar number 1 is micro commitment ladder instead of high ticket first. So listen, stop trying to sell $2,000 to $5,000 courses to strangers. Like, I don't care how good your offer is. And I don't care how many testimonials you have. If someone doesn't know you, they're not dropping 2 to 5K on you, period, right? So here's what you do instead. You're gonna build a ladder, $27 or 7 to 27, a mid-ticket, $297, and then 5,000 or 2,000. You create a journey where each purchase is gonna build trust to the next level. Let me show you how this works in practice. So when everything I had done in the past stopped working, I started creating a series of mini courses. Things that were anywhere between $7 to $47. Very simple. It solved one specific problem. So for example, how to launch your first digital product in 48 hours. People bought it. Why? Because it's easier to say yes to $7. It's less than a Starbucks pretty much, right? And when they went through it and actually saw results, well, then they trusted me a little more. Then I offered them a mid-ticket product, something between $200 to $500. This was more comprehensive and it showed them how to build an entire digital product ecosystem. And you know what? I was actually surprised. 30% of people who bought this mini offer or mini product, they upgraded to this mid-ticket offer. Why? Because I had already proven that I could deliver and I had already built trust. And then after they succeeded with the mid-ticket product, they were eager to get more sales and pretty much begged me to coach them. And they entered our high-ticket coaching program. So I was actually in shock, but it made sense because by that point, they knew me, they trusted me, and they had already gone results with me. That's the micro commitment ladder. Each purchase builds trust for the next level. So you're not asking someone to jump from 0 to high ticket, you're asking them to take a small step, then another, and by the time they reach your high ticket offer, well, they're simply ready. Most online entrepreneurs are doing this completely backwards. So they lead with promises. I will help you scale to 6 figures. I'll show you how to build a 7-figure business. I'll teach you the secrets to passive income. And you know what happens? Nobody believes them because they've heard those promises 1,000 times before. So here's what I do instead. I show them how they can get a small win and move on to the next win, little by little. And by default, they start trusting my method because the actions I told them to take inside my mini courses are simply working for them. And every time they get results and share it, I ask them, hey, can I share this? And I turn it into a testimonial or case study. So just, hey, here's what this person did. Here's what happened. That's proof first marketing. So let me give you a real example from inside my coaching business. A few months ago, we had a student who joined one of our mini courses. And she shared that she had been struggling to get traction with her digital products. She was also posting constantly on social media, but she was barely making $100 a month. So she went through the training and she started applying the thread strategy that I teach inside this mini course. And within 3 weeks, one of her posts took off and she made 18 digital product sales in just a few days. Now, hold on, right? I'm not saying this is some scale to 6-figure overnight type of story. That's not the point, right? The point is she got a real win, something that she could see, something that proved that the strategy I taught actually worked. And once she saw that, she trusted the process and kept going. So that's what people need in the trust recession, right? Proof before promises. I don't have to convince anyone. I just show the method, they try it, they get results, and then the momentum begins. It's really as simple as that. All right, so now let's get tactical because understanding a strategy, it's one thing, but implementing it is another. And here's where most business owners get stuck. They know they need an email list, they know that they need a funnel, but they don't know how to build one that actually makes money for them. So let me show you a simple client acquisition system. Here's what I call the system, the client acquisition autopilot. Why? Because once you set it up, it runs on autopilot 24/7. You're not chasing leads on social media every single day. And you're not jumping on discovery calls with folks who just aren't interested. And you're not constantly launching and hoping for sales. Instead, this system brings you qualified prospect to you. So while you sleep, while you're working with your clients, or while you're simply living your life. But for this method to work, you need to make a shift. Stop trying to build an audience of people who might buy from you someday. Start building a list of people who are ready to buy now. So you're probably wondering, all right, great, but how do you actually do that? Well, with the right lead magnet. The truth is, most lead magnets suck. Yes, I said it. Why? Because they simply attract the wrong kind of people. They attract people who want free stuff, not people who actually want to invest in solutions. So let me show you an example of a bad lead magnet. A bad lead magnet would be, for instance, checklist to start an online business in 2025. So who does this attract? People who are probably just thinking about starting entrepreneurship, or people who aren't ready to invest yet, or people who want free information and will never become an actual paying customer. A good lead magnet, on the other hand, would be something like this. The AI validation tool, how to scale from 1K to 10K months by validating demand first. Who does this attract? People who are actively looking for a solution and people who are ready to invest if you can help them. Do you see the difference here? One attracts browsers, the other attracts actual buyers. Now let's talk about your low ticket offer, because this is where most business owners completely misunderstand the strategy. So they think, oh, I'm just gonna create a cheap product to get people in the door, right? And then they create some random $7 PDF that nobody wants. This is a complete wrong approach, because your low ticket offer isn't just a lead magnet. It's a place where you prove your worth and help folks with a simple problem that they can solve in one go. Let me explain. So most people create low ticket offers that lose money. So they end up spending $500 on Facebook ads to sell a $27 product. And then they think, well, that's okay because I'm gonna make it back on the back end. But here's the problem. Most of those customers are never gonna buy again, especially if your product doesn't really help them with anything. So you just lost money, and that's not a business model, that's simply gambling. Here's what I do instead. So I create a low ticket offer that solves a very simple problem. So it helps build trust with my audience. And so it pays for itself, and it also helps build trust for my high ticket offer. So every low ticket sales removes 90% of objections for your mid ticket program or even high ticket program. So that's the power of a low ticket offer done right. And let me share my secret to get low ticket offers right. Just follow one simple rule. Your low ticket offer should give them a quick win, give them clear results that they can easily implement in just a few weeks or a few hours. That's the strategy. All right, so let's talk about organic traffic, because even with the best email funnel and the best product stack, you still need to get people into your funnel. And most business owners are doing this wrong. So they're trying to build on Instagram or TikTok, and they're burning out because those platforms are brutal right now. So let me show you what I do instead. Here's my secret weapon for organic traffic in 2025, Threads. So while TikTok and Instagram have become increasingly saturated and it demands just higher creativity, and it's also making it harder for business owners to reach their potential leads, Threads still offers a golden opportunity. So it's where you can actually build genuine authority organically. And with AI tools, you can simply amplify your efforts without the algorithm working against you. So Threads is wide open. There's 70% less competition than Instagram. It's also text-based, so you don't need to have fancy videos or graphics. You can simply use AI to create content, and you can add direct links to your products in every post. And it's growing fast. That's why I encourage everyone who doesn't have a big following to focus on Threads. Now, here's how you actually build authority on Threads. You need a content strategy, not just random posts. So using the same strategy, I recently made $1,793 in 24 hours using Threads, and I already have actually made a video on the channel explaining the method in detail. I'm gonna leave the link below so you can check it out after this video. That's the power of self-converting social media content on a platform that makes it much easier for you to get traction, because you're posting in a place where first, well, there's just simply less competition. Folks are actively looking for a solution. And three, you just don't need to post complicated video posts, right? So for my fellow entrepreneurs who feel stuck, and who understand the strategy, and they know that they need to post on Threads, and they know that they need to build authority on Threads, but they do not know how to do it, make sure to click the link below to my sales traffic boosting Threads revenue system, because that is how you stop chasing followers and start making sales from day one. Link is in the description. Because here's the reality, you can spend the next 6 months trying to figure this out through trial and error, or you can use the exact system that's already working for us and start seeing results this week. Your choice. All right, so let's keep going. Now, once you have the foundation in place, once you're making consistent sales from your low ticket offer, that's when you start scaling. So I want to give you just a few advanced strategies. So strategy number 1, the upsell sequence. Here's something most entrepreneurs miss. Your highest converting sales opportunity are not cold leads. It's a customer who just bought from you. So right after somebody buys your low ticket product, they're already in buying mode and they trust you. Their wallet is out, they're excited. That's when you hit them with an immediate upsell. Hey, most people who buy this grab also mid-ticket products so they can implement faster. If you want, add it now for $100 off. And 30% of people actually are going to say yes. And that can be an extra 5-figure in revenue if you have another 100 customers buying it. So just from one upsell page, I implemented this just a few months ago and we were able to add 10K plus in our business with this simple strategy. Strategy number 2 is the referral loop. So here's the easiest way to grow faster. So get your customers to bring you more customers. How? With simple referral or affiliate incentives. So refer your friend and get this for half off or for free, or share this product on social media, tag me, get 50% off your next purchase. Look, your happiest customers want to share. You just need to give them a reason, essentially. All right, so let's bring this home. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. 2026 is going to be brutal for coaches, course creators, and digital product sellers if you don't adapt. The trust recession is real and it's killing businesses every day. But here's the thing, while other business owners are struggling with these outdated launches and outdated strategies, you now have a system designed for this new reality. And essentially that puts you ahead of 95% of digital product entrepreneurs out there. So if you got value from this training, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want more real strategies with no fluff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.